All right, welcome back, everybody. Listen to this story. So apparently what's happened now is, I'm just following this, and I'm sure you're following it quite closely as well. Bill Cosby has been dumped by his talent agency. He's now being he is currently without any representation. The agency apparently actually cut ties with him last year, well before these sealed documents were revealed. So they already let him go a while ago. And the agency who represented the actor since 2012 have remained tight-lipped about all of this. So there you go, another bad thing happening to Bill Cosby. So many would say justice is coming his way. Others would say let the courts decide. All right, now from that type of character to another unbelievable character, a man that we all revere, to honour former President Nelson Mandela's life work. The SABC has taken up the call for action as we mark Mandela Month and the Nelson Mandela International Day, which of course is on the 18th of July. The public broadcaster will host various events across the country through its TV channels and radio stations. So to tell us more about the events, we're joined in studio by Sully Motsweni, who is the SABC Group Executive Corporate Affairs. Sully, thank you so much for being with us. It's good to have you here on the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again.
All right, so tell us a little bit more about the plans that the SABC has got for this Mandela Month and leading up to Mandela Day.
Well, as you said, it's a call to action for all our listeners and viewers. What we've done, we've created a hashtag #BeMoreMadiba to commemorate what this astounding statement has done for the country.
Yeah.
So and it resonates as well with our core values as the SABC, restoration of human dignity, making sure that people out there are taken care of, they feel special, and if you can make a change, you know, it's one of those things. So what we've done is we've created quite a few activations, starting from all the provincial offices, with all our radio platforms. Radio 2000 will be in partnership with City Parks in Joburg Park.
Yeah.
They will be distributing blankets with Gift of the Givers. There'll be soup kitchens. So it's more around restoring human dignity one way or the other. What's basically happening in Limpopo province, we are in partnership with the Department of Correctional Services. The inmates have built cupboards for libraries, for schools, so they'll be donating those. So we are also calling on community members that have got books that they can donate to bring them through to the SABC offices in Hospital Street in Limpopo. In KZN, we are partnering with a school that looks after children with autism. So we will be also activating there and cleaning up, painting the school, fixing broken school desks and chairs, and making sure that the kids there are also understood, because we as South Africa, it took us quite a long time to wake up to the plight of autism, especially amongst the black community.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that celebrities will talk about, international celebrities, but here in South Africa, it's not a conversation that we are comfortable with in having. So we are trying to bring the plight of those children to the fore.
Fantastic.
And to give them the support.
So I do like the theme that we're following this year is restoring dignity to all, which is so important. But I mean, this isn't necessarily the only time that the SABC sort of jumps up to the platform and starts doing good, because I know that we do have our SABC Foundation, and you know that's a all year round foundation that's always doing things. What is the kind of work that we actually do there?
It's work that speaks to corporate social investment, corporate social responsibility. As the SABC, we also offer bursaries through the foundation. One of the beneficiaries is actually studying medicine of the SABC Foundation bursary. And it's one of those activities where from time to time, our CEO of the foundation, Iris Cupido, will be walking around to all communities and asking, what is it that the SABC can do for you? So we do restore human dignity one way or the other, and it takes a huge toll on her personally when she walks around and she realizes that the plight of the people is not improving. One of the activities that she did now recently was to visit a home in just across the road from us in one of the coloured communities. And she found that the scourge of alcohol and drug abuse has actually left most children without going to school. And it's one of those things that at the end of the day, that as a public broadcaster, we need to start identifying with those people and giving hope to them through our programs.
Yeah, which is so important. I mean, when we look at the SABC and we look at, I mean, you've given us an idea of, you know, what the SABC stands for and what our mandate is. But, you know, why is it so important that we do these things? Why is it up to a broadcaster to carry out these values? Does this sort of resonate what the country should be doing, setting a good example?
Indeed, especially because we live in people's houses 24/7. If they are not at home watching television, they are in their cars listening to some of our radio programs. So it's very important for us as a public broadcaster to ignite the spirit of caring, to ignite the spirit of Ubuntu, knowing that umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu, without you, I am not who I am. So at the end of the day, as the SABC, we want people to have that empathy, to not just walk away when you see someone being attacked, when you see someone starving. We also trying now to collect items, the sanitary project for young girls that miss school. It's one of the key projects of the SABC Foundation. We're trying to collect blankets and clothes for children under the age of 18 months. And we are saying we don't want torn clothes. We want clothes that you would have worn if had you still fit in them. So it's one of the key projects of us knowing that without another person being there for you, you may not be or achieve your utmost best.
Yeah. It's quite incredible. I mean, I think, you know, being on a platform like this gives you that responsibility to set a good example. And I think if you set a good example, so many other people will want to follow in your footsteps. And I suppose it's the SABC's job to inspire a nation. And that's what we
were inspired by the great man himself, which is why our hashtag Be More Madiba.
Indeed.
Because at the end of the day, we want to try and emulate and walk the steps that he's taken.
Indeed.
He set a good example for the country. He instilled certain values that corporates should be able to emulate. And we, as the SABC, are taking up this responsibility and being more Madiba.
All right, Sully Motsweni, thank you for talking to us. Good luck with all of the events leading up to Mandela Day. Of course, that's happening next week, Saturday, but still, it's events that are happening throughout this week, next week, and hopefully the whole entire month. Sully is the SABC Group Executive for Corporate Affairs. Thanks very much for being our guest here on the program. Let's take a